remote healing sessions. As you might see, it is just past 10:35 p.m. on a Monday night, and I'm sitting here in my pajamas after doing a 60-minute healing session for somebody, a client, and it was a remote session, and I just wanted to demonstrate how it works basically and explain how you can book these in and who it helps and what kind of things we can work through on this. If you're in Australia or New Zealand, I will be in my pajamas probably sitting here in the healing studio around this time of the evening and tuning in remotely to you with my healing team and working through the things that you might have going on while you sleep, while you rest. So if you're a busy person or you've got some things that you're dealing with health-wise, particularly chronic things as well, is what I tend to work with. We work on all sorts of things depending on what your pains are that you're asking for help with. They can be emotional stuff, it can be physical, or just life answers that you're after. As an example, like tonight, I was working on ancestral healing and past life with particular body and emotional responses that have been going on for this person, clearing them with my angelic team of spirit guides that I work with of 100% pure divine light, particularly using the sprays from Robyn Ellis. See, as you can see there's a whole bunch of sprays we used. We used Archangel Raphael and Michael, Uriel, Master Jesus spray, Mary Magdalene, and also because I was doing ancestral healing, Archangel Metatron ancestral healing spray. Tuned in and did some chakra clearing with the crystal bowls as well as part of it. It's pretty powerful stuff. I like the remote healing sessions because they very much allow you to get out of the way. They give you space to rest and sleep. I am hoping this client is in a deep, restful sleep, receiving more healing right now as they sleep tonight. I was also guided that they would receive 5 more nights of healing over the coming week from the team, just to help integrate and continue to do the work while they rest. It's one of the side effects that I've noticed. Many clients that have remote healing sessions come back to me and state how they slept so beautifully well that night. So this particular client's had a few sessions and started with a mini healing, just 30 minutes, just to test out what I do, not really knowing how I worked. And then it's been a continual booking in for some regular stuff just to get through some things that they're going through at the moment on a physical level. But a lot of the time, physical stuff can be emotional stuff. And as it turned out tonight, it was past life and ancestral. Other times it's been more a body healing and working with the chakras and working with body pains that I was feeling through the way my guides speak to me. If you don't know how I work already, I intuitively channel. You can either get a report via voice or I type up a report in words and send it to you in the morning so that I don't wake you up if you're resting deeply tonight during your healing session. I pull card messages using my favourite decks the Self-Mastery Oracles that Robyn Ellis created. So tonight we use Archangel Metatron Self-Mastery as well as the Christ Consciousness deck for healing guidance. And that often brings some homework or some message or some guidance to the client to work with after the session, because I read it out loud while I'm sitting here doing the session, and it brings up the feelings and energy around the question or around what we're working on. My nose is itching, and that happened in the session. So the nose is what I like to say when that happens. And it felt very relevant to the card messages that came through tonight and often come through in healing sessions. These remote while you sleep sessions can also happen if you're not necessarily in the same country. I have worked with clients in the United States and in the UK. You could be in New Zealand and be the night like this, but if you're like in the US or in the UK, for example, I can work during the day while you're sleeping, so early morning time or early evening time once you go to bed. I like to do these sessions when you are definitely not using any machinery, driving a car, cutting with a knife, doing things. I like to, and I do ask that you state in the booking form on my Calendly, which you'll find in my website at inspiredrobyn.com, is that you say that you are going to be resting. So if you're on Mattress Island as a chronic worrier like I am, sometimes you will be having a day where you're sitting back and you're on the couch, and I can work on you during the day if you're in Australia, for example. But if you're overseas, that allows me to do the work during the day. So I might not be in my pajamas, I might be in my gym gear or dressed in my general daily outfits. With these particular healings, there's no limitation on where you're located in the world. That's not a barrier at all. If you're not sure about this kind of a session, then reach out. We can have a conversation. I can demonstrate to you how I work. We can talk. You can tell me about what's going on for you. There is a link on my website, which is like a walkthrough inquiry. So it's like a 15-minute chat. So if you do have concerns and you're not sure, then by all means book one of those in and we can talk about it, or we can talk on Messenger. Or you can be a little bit adventurous and book in just a 30-minute session for 55 Aussie dollars on PayPal is how I take payments for that. You'll get to see whether it's for you or not, how effective it was for you. Help with body pains, health concerns, things that are just niggling. And you may have gone through, and I don't recommend avoiding the general doctors or seeing a medical professional for things. But sometimes you might be like I am, a chronic worrier, and you've got stuff that's just not getting an answer. You're just not getting any answer. You've got pains, you've got things going on in your body. You're having recurrent migraines, for example, or body pains that are just not ever explained. And it's a lot to take yourself off to the GP and go and see them and, spend that money and get no answers. Whereas where I'm spinning out as I say this because it's a bit controversial for me to say. A lot of the time I find my team and I working together can help clear any blockages, barriers, energy, pain just through a little touch base with you on this spiritual side, on this etheric side, on this energetic side. I'm not promising cures and things like that, but relief, yes. And sometimes clearing these energetic layers can help bring you answers for what's going on. So the way to book is to go to my website, inspiredrobyn.com/services, and for remote while you sleep healing, there is a page that is remote healings, and you can book either a 30-minute for $55 or a 60-minute for $125. Considering you don't have to get in your car, drive and see me, you don't even have to, you can just go to bed and receive the healing. It works really well for people who are in hospital and they're wanting some extra assistance in recovery or what's going on. Also, if you're homesick and you're not feeling well, got a cough, got a cold, got a flu, got a viral infection, things like that going on, and you're wanting some help to just boost your immune system, boost yourself up so that you can get back on into life again, it can help with that too. That's how intuitive energy healing can work for people.